Movement tips and lifestyle hacks brought to you by FitLabPGH. Movement, a part of making your life complete. FitLabPGH is back with another movement tip and lifestyle hack video. Today we're going to give you an idea of what you can do with this device that most of us who move a lot have, a foam roller. You don't have to use it just for rolling out sore muscles. We'll talk probably in a future video about why maybe that's not the best way to go about it. But this is something that we commonly use with some of our clients when they spend a long day on the computer, a long day driving, or we just want to work on getting some of the posterior musculature stretched, maybe opening up some of the anterior musculature of the upper body and really getting the posterior muscles to activate. So we know people spend a lot of time hunched over computers. You've heard me say that before. Lots of driving. And what happens is some of the posterior muscles, such as the lats and the teres major, get shorter. In addition, as those muscles get shorter, you may get some shortness in the pecs, you may get some bicep shortness. So this is an exercise that uses some other muscles. We can maybe get some length in those, we can turn those muscles on, and maybe better prepare us before we go out and do something like maybe swim, take an aerobics class, take a yoga class, so something so that we're a lot more comfortable before we actually go and do the major movement activity. Our whole idea behind movement tips and lifestyle hacks are things that you can do at home, quick, easy things that are going to make you more comfortable. So possibly it's going to encourage you to be more active because remember, movement is part of making your life complete. Again, any problems, consult a medical professional before trying these, but we like to use this one after we've had a long day of inactivity. We like to lie down. We think of this as being an active lying down, so you'll notice my toes are curled under. My knees are active, so I'm not resting on my knees. My palms are facing one another. I'm thinking about reaching nice and long. Even for me, we're noticing that my shoulders are not shrugged. And what we do is, without activating those upper traps, those are the muscles on the tops of the shoulders, we think about reaching with the head. What I tell my clients is, imagine that you're a turtle, and a turtle wants to come out of its shell, so we talk about reaching with the turtle. And so they reach with the turtle. That helps. If you reach with your head, it makes it difficult to activate the upper traps. And what they do is they think about reaching with the head, reaching with the arms, exhaling as they do that, holding for a count of 1 or 2, and then kind of drawing back down. Exhaling, reaching for a count of 1 or 2, rolling back down. If we want to make this a little bit more advanced for some of our clients who have a little bit more mobility, in addition to using some isometric thoracic muscle action, we can actually go into Pilates style exercise, a swan, so they can inhale here. Think about exhaling and lifting with their back. If you're going to have your clients do this, make sure they don't use their lats primarily. What they'll want to do is they'll want to push down with their arms and use that to lift them. We don't want them to do that. We want them to use the muscles of the thoracic back or the thoracic extensors, essentially the back extensors. Thoracic extensors is probably incorrect because the extensors of the back go the whole length, all the way from the sacrum or the pelvis, all the way up to the back of the head. But we want to think about reaching or turning those back muscles on as we exhale, inhale as we come back down. In an earlier FitLabPGH video, we've talked a little bit about breathing. The most important thing that I want to see with my clients is I want to make sure that they breathe. Once I make sure they breathe and they're not holding their breath, then we can get a little more fancy about giving them cues and how to breathe in a better way. Thanks for joining FitLabPGH for another movement tip and lifestyle hack. 3 times a week, FitLabPGH brings you a movement tip or lifestyle hack. Thanks to the Pilates Body for providing us a locale for filming.